The next question of the poem Dover Beach is that how does Dover Beach deals with the problem of loss of faith? Maybe the question has come. Dover Beach is a memorable utterance of the Victorian problem of loss of faith discuss. The another question is that comment on Arnold's response to the Victorian age in Dover Beach or comment on Dover Beach as a critique of Victorian values. So all are same questions. So let's start with the answer. The poem Dover Beach is one of the best representative poem of the Victorian age by Matthew Arnold. This poem is a monologue which expresses the laments and dissatisfaction at loss of true faith on God and religion in the modern chaotic world. Victorian age is the age of changes in science, religion, and the change of mind. In this Victorian age, the man believed that he is the most creative person who has the brain, and the people for the first time diversion from the religion and also God. Before the Victorian age, the people had a strong belief in God. The people believed the existence of God and loved each others. There has humanity in society. However, whatever happened earlier, people used to associate it with God. But in the Victorian age, the origin of science left a deep impact on the minds of people. The origin of science, that means Darwin theory, survival of the fittest, shook the people's faith in God and created conflict which is interval like doubt, disbelief, anxiety, chaos, etc. In this age, people started accepting science as everything and doubting the existence of God, considering it to be true. As the poem Dover Beach progresses, the poet's grief of loss of faith leads to despair. At first, the description of sea and the sound of pebbles are very melodious and beautiful, but later it shows eternal sadness. In this poem, the lights gleam and is Jean presents the saddening tone of flickering of faith in God. As Arnold was deeply religious, he laments the loss of faith as symbolized by light which gleams for a moment and fades away the next moment. As the sea is full of tide, in the poem, the faith in this world is also covered the whole earth like sea. The poet described the society as a naked singles after the tide far from shore without the faith in God and religion. When the faith loses, it leaves nothing behind but sadness. It brings the feeling of lifeless and helplessness. In spite of this, Arnold compared his sense of sorrow to the Greek author Sophocles, who also listened to the music of melancholy and saw the pitiable condition of women. Arnold explained that without faith, man is insignificant. They have no protection and defense. Arnold expresses the uncertainty of man's future and say that even though the world of science and technology seems to man to be beautiful, very sensual like dream world, but where there is a loss of trust and faith on God, the real joy and happiness do not come to the people. At this age, the speaker finds that the only thing is love which can provide comfort to his distressed heart. So he urges his companion and soulmates. He wishes his wife to be true to each other, and with their pure love they can bear this harsh reality of world. The world is overcome from darkness by love. Although the world is unreal and deceptive, but love is the only feeling that can save humanity. Arnold creates the image of the dark future for the people without strong faith and religion. So the poet deals with the problem of loss of faith very well. Thank you.